Now, recorded from the basement of a house I own the mortgage on, it's just another day.
I was wondering how I was going to start this one. Whereas I would start with Ding Dong, the witch is dead. Or maybe I should just go with, no, that was the one. But I've seen too many people use that, so I'm going to not. I'll save that's for a special occasion. Put the whole song in there, or as much of the song as possible. But what we'll start out with is Power of One, the Power of Two, the Power of Many Forms of Bankruptcy. There's like 7 different chapters and forms of bankruptcy, but this isn't a finance thing, so we'll put that in later or another time. But the Acolyte canceled, almost every Disney Plus Star Wars series is ending, as they should. They're horrible. I mean, Andor is the only shining light in there, and that could be better, but you could tell at least a lot of effort and money and care went into it. So, and it is good. But right now, everyone is processing and celebrating Disney canceling The Acolyte, the ambitious but expensive, yes it was, and barely watched, yes it was, series that created a cultural firestorm not seen since Last Jedi. Yes, but not the way you think. Trust me, most folks who would have defended The Last Jedi, looking at The Acolyte and going, no, this is bad. We can't do this. This is wrong. You've done it. But behind the scenes, there's now a story that stretches beyond that. One that feels like Disney is almost pulling out of live-action, high-budget Star Wars shows on Disney Plus altogether. And they should, because Star Wars is a cinema franchise. It's meant to be seen on the big screen. It's movies, not television. Movies. Where'd you make all your money? Movies. He also made it in the expanded universe, with George was smart enough to let the fans and talented people have a little sandbox where they can create their stories and keep the interest in the franchise alive. Dan Richmond put this together, and he's right. We are now at a point where, yes, future Star Wars movies are finally being developed again. No, they're not. You can say they're being developed, they're not. But Disney Plus shows, they feel like they're skidding to a stop with only one confirmed series moving forward now out of more than half a dozen we've seen. Okay, so it's going to be Ahsoka because Dave Filoni's in charge and she's his baby. The Acolyte has been canceled. Yes, it has. Good. Skeleton Crew, which is coming out in December, is now a limited series. It's supposed to be Star Wars Goonies. I don't think that's going to be very good. Andor was always meant to be a 2-season show and will end after the upcoming 2nd season. So, okay. Understood. I mean, the character's dead. So, how much more can you really do with him? I mean, you should pretty much end with him, at the starting in Rogue One, chasing down that lead. Poor Ewan. Poor Hayden. Not going to happen, guys. Much as we'd love to see you in those roles again. We actually loved seeing you in those roles again. It's not going to happen. So no Obi-Wan Kenobi. Book of Boba Fett, and yes, it was terribly received, is not getting season 2. It was basically filler until they could figure out The Mandalorian, because the last 2-3 episodes of Boba Fett were The Mandalorian episodes. And that was not Boba Fett. Even Tamara Morrison said, I don't know what this character is. Because this definitely wasn't Jango Fett. Or supposed to be based off Jango Fett. And it definitely wasn't what we saw, what people have read in the books and saw in the movies. I mean, this was not a competent hunter. This was an incompetent. The planned Donald Glover Lando series is now a movie. It's not going to be a movie. It'll be on Disney Plus if it's a movie, but it's not going to be in the theaters. And I'm telling you right now, if they even think about doing it, it'll be like 5 or 6 episodes. The planned Mandalorian spinoff, Rangers of the New Republic, was canceled, likely in part because of the Gina Carano debacle. Yes, it was. Because Jon Favreau had a plan after The Mandalorian. And it was a good plan. He's going to bring in characters and create shows. And bring in characters and create shows. And it was a solid plan. And Cara Dune was the core of Rangers of the New Republic. And, well, there you go, folks. Take it as you want it. Or side with Gina, don't side with Gina. She was a fan-loved character, fan-loved actress, and they got rid of her because why was putting stuff in her Twitter profile relevant to her job? I know it was a contract. There are contracts in Hollywood, not actual jobs, but still, there was no reason to do what they did. Then there's The Mandalorian, where it is unclear if Season 4 will actually come into existence after the Mandalorian Grogu film is released. No, there will be no film, and this will be Season 4. And if they do a movie, again, it's going to go on Disney+, and it's going to have the TV show budget. They won't. I'll explain later, but no, they're scared to do movies because they do movies, they know it's all over. They can't hide anymore. That leaves Ahsoka, Dave Filoni's baby. That is the only show we know for sure is getting a second season, and no other live-action Star Wars shows have been announced. This is opposed to a number of films in the works, from the return of Daisy Ridley's Rey to James Mangold's Dawn of the Jedi. No, James is not getting a movie either. They're not doing movies. They're scared. They saw what happened to Solo, which was a train wreck. I mean, God knows what poor Ron Howard had left when he got there. But it's done. No. It'll take them, they'd have to let everything sit and then put something out in 5 years. They're not going to do it. There'll be no Star Wars movies. All right. So let's think of why the Acolyte got canceled. First of all, $180 million for 8 episodes. That averages to $22.5 million per episode. Okay, so simple math. $180 million. Godzilla Minus One cost $15 million. So 180 divided by 15 is 12. You could have 12 Godzilla movies for that money. Now, yes, Andor did cost and was so far the most expensive for 12 episodes, $250 million, averaging $20.83 million per episode. You know what? Go watch Acolyte, or don't watch Acolyte, please. Just watch Andor and see the difference. See the quality that went into Andor, the effort, the higher caliber actors. I mean, you got Stellan Skarsgård and, oh God, what's her name? Fiona Davis? The old British lady from The Killing, or Killing Eve? Yeah. You got some good actors in here. So you got to give them credit. Other reasons. It's canceled due to low viewership. Yep. You're trying to placate those toxic fans, but who weren't toxic. They were just knew that you weren't writing for them. So they weren't watching. You know, how many times have you said, oh, it's not made for you, and then we don't watch it? And then you wonder, why didn't we watch it? Look at you, Elizabeth Banks. Why men didn't come and watch Charlie's Angels. So you've got an expensive show that's not pulling viewers. There you go. There you go. It's that simple. It's just really, it really is that simple. That it costs too much. And the writing. Oh my God, the writing. Tepid and bland. Yes, it was. It was, oh God, I mean, the actors. I mean, I can't blame the actors entirely, although take you will if there are different actors' abilities. But the writing was so bland. I mean, everything was telegraphed, and there was no. I mean, it was just. It's like you were trying to imitate better shows, and you couldn't do it because it's hard to imitate better shows because they're better shows. You can't capture magic. This was June 4th. Whew, that's a while ago. But no, that's it. But there's a silver lining here, folks, because my show is my channel is somewhat about positivity. That is that they're going to hopefully learn what people actually like and what sells. I think there's the turning here, and it's really being turned with video games right now. But there's a turning, and they're realizing they're losing money, and that they need to make profits, and they do stuff of quality. I mean, Star Wars could survive on B-level media. I mean, not to bash Jon Favreau, but the Mandalorian was B-level media. It was television. It was serialized. It was pulpy. Granted, that's also, if you look at what George put into Star Wars, it's what helped make Star Wars, those ideas. But he got it. And it could survive for years on that B-level media. But ultimately, it is a cinema series. It is cinematic. It's supposed to be in theaters. So, hopefully, I'm going to say about 5 years, after all this current stuff gets pushed through or eliminated, they'll start making better shows. That's it, guys. That's your cycle of hope. 5 years, we'll get better stuff. Have a good day. Talk to you later. If you liked the video, like and subscribe. Or leave a comment at the bottom, because I could use the help, and I have no clue what I'm doing right now.